Hello, everybody. I've been feeling like I need to make this video for like a week or more. Um, and I've been lazy to do it because I'm this kind of people that I don't like to do things just because I have to do it daily or making, posts and videos um, just to gain likes or to get, I don't know, some kind of fame. And I like to take my time. I like to sit with my thoughts. I like to write down um, information that came to my mind, um, mix it with my own experiences, and feel like mentally prepared to talk about these things because I truly don't like to just make videos just to get some kind of, I don't know, fame. I don't mind if I have likes. I know people see the videos, I know people see the post. And one thing that I know for sure is that the messages that we see through videos or podcast or post, um, they're meant to be for the people that is ready to listen, that is ready to understand these things. Sometimes we have to go back more than once to truly understand the message or get the point of that video, that podcast, because sometimes we're not ready to know, or we're not ready to understand, or even to accept the things that we listen, or the messages that we're supposed to get, right? So I am very, 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 very confident that anytime I feel like I need to do something, if I don't feel um, right in, like, in my mood, let's say, um, it's not gonna be okay because I'm gonna have doubts, or I don't know sometimes how to start a video, or I'm hesitating. That tells me that it's not a moment, it's not the right moment for me to do it, because I truly trust. Yeah, I trust my gut, and I trust myself. And sometimes I have like the urgency to make a video every 2 days or 3 days, and it's good, and I can do it, and everything goes smoothly. But sometimes I had to wait days and days and days because life happens. Everybody has their own life, and sometimes I just don't feel the need, even though I get messages, and I feel pushed to talk about something or to share something. My my mind is not there because my mood is not there. You know what I'm saying? And um, I don't want to share that kind of energy with whoever is watching this video, because I understand like energy can be shared not just in person, but with a song, with a letter, with a video. So every time you share your thoughts or your talents, your gifts, is energy that you are giving away. And people can feel you. People can feel when you're sad, when you're mad, when you're um, fighting yourself or whatever. So to me, it's very, very, very important to be in a good state of mind, and in the right mood. I don't have to be happy. Exactly, I don't have to be happy to make a video, right? But I have to be in the mood to share, because sometimes the things that I share are experiences that caused me pain or a lot in the past, and sometimes it's hard to share these things, or it's not the right time, or I feel like probably I'm not gonna be able to talk about it because it's hard to talk about some things, right? So it's not about being happy exactly, but be with a balance state of mind, with a balanced mood. I hope it makes sense for you guys, but I know I don't have to explain myself. I just think that is part of the message that I want to throw out there, because there's a lot of people that have like the energy to be sharing things, every hour, to be sharing their thoughts, their gifts um, every day of the month for years and years and years, and they have all this energy. But no everybody really can do it. And not because you're not good, it's just because the things that you share sometimes, like in my case, is truly from my heart, from my soul. So it's very strong energy that I throw out there, because I'm talking about myself. I'm sharing my life. I'm sharing my maybe secrets that people didn't know about me. So I cannot be just throwing this energy every day, every day. It drains me a little bit. I need to meditate. I need to first understand things, understand my experiences. And as I am learning, as I might go also teaching myself about everything that I live and why this happened, what is the message behind the experience, what I'm supposed to learn. I had to meditate, I had to go through it. And once I understand the things, then I'm ready to share. Because a lot of things I heal from a lot of things already. Most of the things in my life I think I heal already. But healing takes time. Not just because um not just because um I'm sorry, I hear a noise in my door, my back door. But yeah, heal takes time, and even though you heal, you still have to process things. And sometimes you're like, yes, I'm healed, it doesn't affect me no more. I understand why it happened and everything. But translate it to in a way that you can give the message for other people to understand, and so it can help them. It's a different thing, okay? It's not just talking and talking and talking and talking and telling a story. You have to really translate the feeling and the experience, so people can feel like they can relate with your experience, and so you can help them to understand. um, that's why I feel like in these times when the world is all fucked up and it's a lot of shit happening, um, I think everything happens for a reason, right? And the why we, the people that have been broken, the ones that have struggled with addictions, with demons like alcohol, sex, and all these bad things that is always like make us be like the underdog. I think that's the reason why God has chosen us, is exactly to get this kind of people, because I think, and this is just my mind speaking here, okay? But I think that if I were a person that never going through problems, um, traumas, abuse, addictions, and all these things, if my life were more like perfect, if I were rich and have an empire already, and my life will look like I don't have problems, I think people will not listen to me, right? Because I cannot speak about things that people that are in poverty, or people that are suffering from traumas, or people that are currently suffering from addictions that they cannot escape from, or just depression for whatever reason. They will say, "Oh, you have it all. What are you talking about, woman? I cannot be helped from, get help from a person that has everything, that never been in my shoes, that never been out there in the real world suffering and going through all these things." So that's why I think that we, the people that we have having all these problems, are going through all these things, we are exactly the person that can help other people like us, the people that is lost, the people that think that they have no um no right to turn their life around and become better, or become good, or forgive themselves for whatever they have done, you know. And like I say in my other videos, I believe there is a lot of people that probably, have commit crimes, or have sinned in any way, or struggle with addictions, that they are good. I truly believe in my heart that they're good persons and they can be saved. There's a lot of people that can be saved, but they haven't find the right person or the right way to save themselves. So people like me, that I can relate with all this fuckery of traumas, abuse, addictions, etc., 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 they can hear me. They can listen to me. They can say, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, I know that. I can see that you went through the same bullshit that I am, going through, or whatever." And then their attention is gonna be more towards me, or people like me, trying to help them to become more aware of the problems and start changing their lives. So I hope it makes sense what I'm saying. But that is one of my the things that I always have in my mind, like, because sometimes I was asking God, like, why I had to do this, why my purpose had to be being in the public eye and share my life and share all these things. Why God, And then I understand why. I was like, well, I guess these all underdogs and all these people that is abandoned there for, society that don't see them in a good eye. They need help from people that can feel them, that can understand them, that can, they have been in their shoes, right? So that's why God planned for us all these light workers, are all these people that are out there currently helping other people with good advices and experiences, and with a lot of tools. um, we have to go through all these things. We have to go through all this fuckery, because it's the way we can help others. We can help with money, for sure. You can make a school and probably give away free lunches, or not charging shit, and just get donations, or whatever. Yeah, you can. Money helps. I'm not gonna say it doesn't. It does help. But at the end, the way you can really, really, really save yourself is when you find a way how to turn the bad things in good things. And sometimes people, like I say in one of my Spanish videos on YouTube, I was saying like people like psychologists or people that they have a career, a degree, and all these things, they go by the book, right? They go by the book, they analyze and study psychology and blah 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 blah. I'm not saying that it's not good. I mean, of course it has good elements there, but the best way, in my eyes, the best way to help somebody is when you can feel them, when you can relate to the pain, to the struggle, you know? So, in my case, I say before, the reason why therapy and medicine didn't help me is because medicine just fuck with my mind. That's what medicine did. And I'm gonna tell my experience with the medicine. What happens to me was that when I took medicine for like a whole year for depression, and the experience with that medicine in my brain was very, very, very horrible. Because yes, I stopped being like depressed, I stopped being like sad, right? And I could be, functioning in life and everything. But the feeling was like I was trapped inside myself. So every time somebody disrespect me or treating me bad, my response was like, oh, I'm happy. Yeah, everything is fine. Look at me. I'm not gonna react bad because now I'm not depressed. I'm happy. But inside of me, my spirit was saying, no, this is not right. You should not feeling like that. You should not be taking shit for nobody. It was a false, like a mask, okay? And people were like very happy that I was happy, but I wasn't happy. Inside of me, I wasn't happy. I was feeling trapped inside myself. I was feeling like forced to behave in a way that was not me, okay? So after struggling too much with the feeling of being trapped inside myself, I decided to quit. Now, people say that you should not quit or drop just one day, start taking medicine because you can, get more depressed or shit like that. In my case, I just quit it one day and I say enough is enough, because I have a lot of mental strength or willpower. Once I say I'm done with this, when I'm convinced that I'm done with something, my mind is so strong that I didn't feel any withdrawal from the fucking medicine. I just feel like, oh my God, I'm fucking liberated. I'm free now. I can be myself. And even though I am depressed and even though I have a lot of struggles because my life was a shit, I was more happy to be myself, to embrace my pain, to embrace my depression. So what I did was just start thinking, okay, I have to do something about it because I cannot rely on medicine. I cannot rely on a therapist that just take notes and read books and tell me what she reads on the books. That's not gonna help me because that person doesn't feel me. That person probably haven't even struggled like me. So she doesn't feel me, right? So that's why she or he. So that's why therapy was always a no for me. Because the way my mind works is probably different because my willpower and I always like kind of teach myself on how to get out from struggles or how to go with the flow, and it's hard. It's very hard. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I have it all great. No. It's been hard. It's been years and years of fighting and finding myself and then lose myself again and then find myself again. It was hard, okay? But for sure it was better than with medicine because I wasn't trapped anymore. I was myself again, right? So um, so once I stopped taking this medicine, excuse me, I understood that I had to do something, that I had to start working on myself, using my willpower for my highest good, instead of rely on medicine, or rely on other people that is outside my own experiences, that even people that have studied, psychology and all these things, even them cannot really understand for real, to that deep, um, to the deep of your struggles. Like, they just can't. Okay, because you really have to go through the problem to learn how to fix it. Okay, for example, if you don't have an addiction with alcohol, for example, you really cannot understand people that is suffering from, like when they're alcoholic. If you never been alcoholic, you're just gonna fucking throw out there whatever you read or whatever other people tell you, right? But you don't understand exactly what they're going through, how this demon works inside themselves, unless you are an alcoholic yourself and you recover it from it. So that is just me. That is my thoughts. That is what I've been learning. Those are the experiences that I've been going through. Okay, so that's how I've been teaching myself. Okay, that's how I've been teaching myself, by going through the problem and fixing it, because I can understand something that I never experienced before. Even if I read a book, I can only fantasize about it. Okay, I can only imagine what I read in this book, but I will never know exactly how it feels if I don't go through it, through the experience, right? For example, I always been fantasizing and dreaming about going to visit, let's say, Egypt. I feel so drawn to go to Egypt. And I can only fantasize and see pictures and videos and documentaries, and imagine how the sun feels when you are there. But I can only imagine. I can only fantasize, dream. But I'm never gonna know exactly how it feels on an energetic level until I am actually there, right? So yes, the pictures, the documentaries, and all this give me an idea in my head how it looks, right? How it will be to be there, etc. But my experience is gonna for real tell me how it feels to be there once I am there. Before that, I just can get the information from whatever other source, right? So that's how I feel. We, the broken ones that are recovered, that are healed and still learning, we are the ones that God choose us to help people like us, to help people that can relate with our pain, that can relate with our struggle, with our own experiences. And when they see us like we made it, we recover from things that were so fucking painful, that gives them hope. That gives them hope. And so through the podcast, the videos, and the posts that we are, we create or we feel inspired to share, they can help themselves, because for sure, every time I see a video or I read a creative writing or a story or whatever, from a person that went through something that I can relate with, that gives me hope. That gives me hope, and makes me feel like, well, she or him went through all this bullshit, and look at them. They're not just successful, but they're happy. Their lives are different, and the wisdom, is bigger too, because you learn, right? So I feel inspired from these persons too. Me myself, I feel inspired from people that have been in the same situations that I was. Okay, so, and that inspired me to share my own experiences and to share the ways I used to recover and heal my own struggles. So to me, it's not coincidence that these people that I choose somehow or feel the calling to go out there public and help others with their own experiences, their own struggles, is for a reason. It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence. There is so much pain in the world right now. There is so much struggle between the good and the bad, the evil. And the only way we can get to those people that are in need to find themselves, to find the light, to find um, the reason to keep going, to keep moving, you know, and save themselves, is because there is just too much. It's just too much fuckery right now. And it's just too much. So that's why we, even though it's hard to come public and share our deepest feelings or things that we sometimes we don't want to share, we feel like um ashamed or it's just too much. But I encourage everybody that have somehow recovered from all these things to share, with the world, to share with everybody, because all these things that we go through, even though it looks like unfair, is all this is like plan of the game. Okay, like I say, you cannot help somebody with something that you have never experienced. You can just let them know how it will be if you do this or you do that. But when you haven't experienced something, there is no way you really can learn from it, or understand the thing behind it. Okay, because like for example, if you go to a psychologist with a therapist, they may be gonna give you tools, right, to cope with, when you're anxious, when you feel angry, when you're through going through a sad, situation, grief, etc., right? But you can only tell them what you find in the books, or what you learn at school, right? But when you really really go through situations like this, you can understand for real. And probably, even if you don't say a word, just by you being by this person's side with your moral support, your love, your light, probably that will be better than if this person go to a therapist to, lay on the table all these problems that they're going through. Okay. um but they will not tell you exactly why things are happening. They just gonna give you tools to feel better, right, to cope with the things. But the answers, you're not gonna get any answer the why you're going through all this, right? Not for real. You're not gonna know exactly why you're going through all these things in your life. So when you really gone through these things, and then you heal, and then you are recovered from this state of mind, the victim state of mind, and you recover from there, and you truly understand that everything has a reason, everything has a purpose, and it's meant to be for you to learn a lot of things, then you can help somebody. Because I'm gonna tell you something. For example, before I used to say that I never lose nobody from my family, like could, hurt, the loss of a relative or a family member. So every time a friend or somebody was going, through this painful situation of grieving somebody, I could only imagine the pain, right? I could only imagine the pain, but I was not feeling, even though I am an empath, I really didn't knew how it feel to actually lose somebody that you love, right? And even though I offer my moral support, my hugs, and words, messages, etc., I could understand that person. I could only imagine the pain, right? But then I lose my brother. No, it haven't been not even a month. I lose my older brother, and I understood what it means to lose somebody. Then I was in the same shoes, of grieving and sadness, and yes, you know what I mean. So what I learned is like, not just I know how it feels, but because I am healed already, because I went through this spiritual awakening already, thank God. My experience with this grief was way different. Way different. I'm not saying I don't feel hurt because my brother is not here. I miss my brother, and it was very painful to know, that he was not here no more. But because I already went to this spiritual awakening, I was ready for it. In like, I understood that life is just a cycle, right? And we don't really die. Our bodies die, right? Yes. But once your time in this earth is done, you have to move on. Your spirit have to move on and go back from, wherever it came from, right? And the spirit never died. The spirit just go back to the source. So everything is planned. We come here to learn lessons. We come here to fulfill a purpose, a mission. And once you're done with whatever purpose you came here, you go back, okay? You go back, and even though we don't have our relatives or loved ones with us physically, if you are open to the truth, if you are open to the energy, you always gonna feel them around. You can even see them in visions, in dreams, and you always gonna feel them. So in my case, because I leave my house when I was like 19-year-old, I changed from a different city when I got married, and then I come to this country because I am from Mexico. So I've been living here for like 20 years, I guess. And I was separated physically from my family already, right? And it was very painful not having the opportunity to go back and visit my family as often as I wish, because whatever reason. And it was very painful. But it's incredible that now, even that he's no physical here, I feel him more close to me than when he was alive. I feel him almost on a daily basis. Sometimes I just close my eyes for, just to rest my eyes or whatever, and I can see him standing there with his smile, his beautiful smile. So I don't feel like I lose him. I don't feel like the relationship I have with my brother is broken or is not there anymore. I feel myself close to him more than ever. And knowing all this helped me going through this grief. Knowing all this, somehow God prepared me for this, I guess. Because like I say, I truly believe that everything has a reason and a purpose, okay? And we all have our cycle, we all have our mission, we all have the plan that we supposed to follow and fulfill, and then we have to go. Everybody knows this, okay? But not everybody understands what happened after that, and not everybody are open to accept and see the death the way I myself and other people see it, right? It's still difficult, yes. It's still difficult because there's a lot of memories, childhood memories, etc. It's still a little sad to know that, like, you're not gonna be able to hug your loved one or share more new memories, right? It's difficult, but still, because I was prepared somehow mentally and spiritually with my spiritual awakening, things were more easy for me to take. So now that I went through all this grief and the spiritual awakening, my experience was more smoothly. It went more smoothly because I was prepared for it. I think God tests me, and one of the first things that start with my spiritual awakening was looking through videos of NDEs or near-death experiences. That's how I understand more what happens after death, right? And what is going on after you die. So for a whole year, I was understanding about this, and that was like actually triggered my awakening. And then I was so confident that I truly understand about this, right? And once you start your spiritual awakening, you get test after test after test after test. That's not gonna stop, actually. As you get better and you evolve and evolve and evolve, you keep learning and learning, you get tests. Just like a school. Every time you learn a new subject, you have to go through a test, right? To show what you learn. If you really learn what you have been studying, or you just, warming the seat. So obviously with the spiritual awakening, it's just the same thing. You go to test, and that's not gonna end. The spiritual awakening just is like life school. You just learn and evolve, and then get tested, and then you pass the test, and then you are in a different level, but you keep being tested, okay? And the test is just to know where you at. If you really understood what life is being teaching you, right? And if you really truly believe what you preach, if you really healed. So after me saying like, well, thank God I haven't gone through a situation where I lost a loved one, I was always scared how I will react the day that I lost somebody, right? And I was always scared, but I was always grateful that I never lost nobody. And obviously, sometimes we expect that our parents or are the first one that you're gonna lose because you're younger or healthier or whatever. But you don't expect a kid, your child, or a sibling to leave you too soon, you know. And I truly didn't expect my older brother to go. It was unexpected. And when that happens, I'm not gonna lie, I cry for like, I guess, 2 days. um and then I release him. I let him go. I um accept that the cycle, his life was already over, right? And understanding that whatever he he is okay, and it's just a cycle. And obviously he's not gonna be like happy if I'm just being crying and crying and crying and crying and crying and missing him, because life has to go on. And I have too much to do still in this planet. I have a lot of things to do. I'm just starting. So obviously his spirit don't want me to stop. His spirit don't want me to be crying and mourning and just lose myself in depression because he's not here. Just because he ended his cycle is no reason for me to jeopardize all these things that I've been working for, and all these experiences that I went through. It will be nothing if I just lost myself in depression just because his cycle was over, you know. So it helps me to release him and to really see that I was tested in my belief, in my faith, that he is somewhere else and he is fine, right? um and yeah, that's, I guess, so far is the biggest lesson in life. It's not divorce. It haven't been being cheated on. It haven't been rejected. It haven't been abandoned or whatever. Losing my brother it has been the biggest lesson and biggest test in my life so far. And I am grateful for it, because I mean, I'm not grateful that he died. What I mean is that I'm grateful for the opportunity to my soul, my spirit, to learn, and be tested and pass the test. That is the harder thing to do, pass the test, But I gave my human being the opportunity to grieving my brother. I gave myself the time for crying, and I gave myself the right to feel sad and depressed. But like everything else in my life, once I cry and I go to the pain, I know it's a limited time that I'm gonna use for that pain to hit me. And then I know that at some point I had to just get up and move on. Okay, is this is about my willpower, my mental strength that I carry. Thank God. And so I grieved my brother for 2 days. I'm still sad, like I say. I miss him and everything, but I understand the cycle. I understand the game, okay? And I cannot be attached to a memory of the past. And I cannot be grieving something that has its own cycle, his own life. And like everything, it has to end at some point, right? So this is something that now has given me the experience to understand and relate and feel somebody that has lost a loved one. Now I have the experience. You know what I'm saying? Now that I went through the problem, or I went through the situation, the experience, I can feel you. If you lose a loved one, if you lose a kid, a child, a sibling, a father, a mother, a grandfather, a friend, I can feel your loss. It's not like I didn't care before, but it's not the same when you actually go through the problem, the situation, the experience. Now you can relate. And the way you handle the situation, if it's in a positive way and a smart way, you can help others to navigate through the same situation in a smoothly way, the best that they can, because we are all different. We manage pain and manage struggles in a different way, okay? We cannot think in different heads or learn from other people. We have to go through it, right? But when you know that somebody know what they're talking about, you can actually listen a little bit more. That is somebody that never been through this situation come and try to preach you about something that they read or they hear somewhere else. You're gonna be like, thank you, but you know deep down that they just can't understand you the way that maybe you need, right? And this is the things that I believe are the reasons why we come to this planet, this life, to go through it, to learn and evolve. So the more you understand that even the painful things that you go through it are priceless and are blessing in disguise, the more you evolve, and the more you can actually help others to understand themselves, to go within and understand that this experience that it doesn't matter what you go through, you can always come back, with more understanding and more wisdom. And so when you share these experiences and people that have been going through the same things that you went through, excuse me, it's like turning on a little light inside themselves. Because when you're going through the painful things and you are able and willing to move on and be happy regardless, and just by being strong, spiritually strong, mentally strong, and you give hope to those people that are out there going through the same things and the same experiences, knowing that there is a way to pass the test, to drop the pain, the grief, the struggle, and pass the test. Because the more you understand that everything is a test, even the painful things, and you learn how to pass it, the more balanced you are, and slowly you start picking up yourself from the ground and evolving, okay? And then life can keep hitting you, because that's not gonna stop. Life is life, and that's the purpose. Hitting the humans to learn the lessons, okay? So, but when you understand the game, like everybody that talks about the Matrix and all this, when you understand the game and you understand the well, it's just things that we have to go through, and we cannot stop that. We cannot stop. People is gonna keep dying, or relatives, or sons, or kids, or we have to. It's cycles, okay? That's not gonna stop. But the way how you react, the way how you handle the situation, is gonna be the help that you need to pass your test and stop being in those moments too long. Grief, depression, sadness, anger, etc., even poverty. Once you understand that all these are tests, and they're meant for you also to gain your self-esteem, the security in yourself to say, I can do this, I can pass through this, and I'm gonna be okay. Once you get that fucking wisdom that things are not here to break you, things are here to make you stronger, okay? It's just a test. And at the end, when you reach the goal, when we transcend and leave this planet, if you pass all your tests, if you learn from every situation, from more painful that it looks, when you learn from all this and you finally transcend, you're gonna see all these souls, beautiful souls that were with you here. And everybody is gonna celebrate you when you reach there, because it is a game. It is a game. And just like a video game, you have to go through missions, right? To reach the goal, or to find to finish the level, or to finish the whole game, right? And what happened in a video game? You have to pass obstacles, people that is shooting at you, monsters that are chasing you, demons, and etc., right? But you have to sometimes to die 3, 4, 5 times, game over, and you restart again, and game over, and you're restarting again until you finally learn. Oh yeah, I remember now. I had to do this. I had to go there, turn left, turn right. Oh, I had to hide here, right? After dying so many times, you memorize how to go through this mission, and then you get to the goal, and then you pass the level, right? And then the next level, and like they say, new levels, new demons. So now you are in the next level, and now you have to learn again, because it's different. It's a different setup, a different stage, a different mission, and you have to start all over again until you memorize again where to turn, where to hide, where to jump, etc., and then you pass it again until you finish the game. And what happens when you finish the game? There's no more to do, unless you want to go repeat again. And the more you repeat the game, the fastest you're gonna finish it, right? Like, for example, Resident Evil. I'm gonna talk about this game because I am a fan of Resident Evil, and I struggle with the missions, because you have to find keys or find things to pass your mission, right? And at the end, people that have been playing this game knows that at the end they show you how many hours you spent finishing the whole game, and how many kills you made, and etc., how many times you saved the game, etc., right? So the more you restart the game, the fastest you finish it, right? You get killed less times, and you have to save the game less times too, because you memorize now where to go and where the enemy is gonna pop up. So you're ready with your sniper. So life is just like that. It's just like that. So yes, when we're playing the game on a video game, and you got killed, you're like, fuck, right? But what you do? You restart it, right? You restart it again and try to fucking, go through the mission, and then you die again, and you're like, fuck. You get mad, right? You may throw the fucking remote and get pissed. But the more you play, the more you learn. If you really pay attention, if you don't let yourself to struggle with frustration, you're gonna learn faster how to navigate the game and finish the mission. If you don't see and pay attention and take your time to observe the game that you're playing, You're just gonna get frustrated. You're just gonna feel the victim. I can pass this fucking level. That motherfucker demon is always killing me. Until you fucking relax, observe, and then you learn, and then you pass it, right? But if you keep just thinking about how hard the game is and how many snipers are out there just targeting you, you're gonna just get frustrated. You're gonna suffer. Instead of being entertained by the game, you're gonna be victimized by the game. You're gonna be struggling, right? And frustrated and mad because you cannot pass the fucking game, right? So you have to be smart, okay? The people that are very, very good at these kind of games are the people that don't let their feelings get to them. They don't get frustrated. They don't get mad. They see the game as a challenge, right? So because they see the game as a challenge, they have a different point of view, okay? It's not because they are so fucking smart. No, it's just because they understand that you cannot let your feelings to block your vision to understand what kind of thing you have to do, and you become the best because you don't get your feelings get to you. You don't get the struggle of be dying how many times in order to pass the test, to pass the mission. They don't get in their feelings. They're cold, they're smart, they watch, they hide their weight, okay? And then they attack the situation, and then they pass the game, they pass the test. So life is just like that. That's the way I see it, okay? So yes, people die, you lose jobs, you can lose your home, you can lose your partner, you can lose a lot of things in life. But all these things ask for you to make you stronger, to memorize, to learn how to get to your goals, how to finish the game. So it may sound a little bit cold because some people think that being in their feelings is what makes you human. But what I think is we have to be balanced between feelings and brain. We cannot be in our feelings all the time and victimize ourselves for the things that is happening in your life. And we cannot be all the way cold and smart and just be on business only, because then you're missing the other good stuff that is love, friendship, family, etc., right? So it has to be like a balance between your brain and your heart. It has to be a perfect balance. And it's the only way you can actually pass your test. And that is the thing that is helping me. It's been helping me the more I awake, because I'm going through a lot of dark night of the soul still. Spiritual awakening is in different levels, and things hit you. It's not gonna stop. Like I say, it's a game. Life is a game for you to understand and learn and passing test. So the point is, that's why I am doing all these videos, because just like there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube, on other platforms about passing a game, tricks on how to pass this level, how to get these weapons, how to, etc. These videos that we, a lot of like workers and a lot of people like me that have been struggling through life, put out there, is like tutorials to help other people to get out from those, programming of thinking that you are a victim, that you're struggling because you are a victim of the system, you are a victim of the church, you are a victim of your family, your school, whatever, you know. Um, Nobody here is a victim, okay? We are players. We are avatars. We are beings that came here to play, learn, evolve, and go, okay? So if you don't learn, you don't evolve, you have to go again, just like in the game. Game over, your time is up. You have to put your coin on, click again, start, and start all over, okay? But once you stop being the victim and start playing the game, um, you become better, you become faster, and then you reach the goal, okay? So I hope people can understand that life is not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as we are being programmed to think it is. And we need to wake up. We need to open our eyes and understand that nobody's gonna come to save you, okay? It's like a game. Nobody's gonna come to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to start paying attention of all the things that is happening in the world, okay? Get the tools, get up, and keep moving, okay? You, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you went through, you still can save yourself. You still can finish the fucking game in the best way you can, as fast as you can. But you have to wake up. You have to understand that we're not victims. We are not victims. If anything, you are a victim of yourself because you are allowing yourself to keep being a puppet, okay? So we, all these light workers, all these chosen people, all these people that are being awakening, we are here to tell the other people that you can do this. You can do this. We did it. We're still doing it. You can do it. No matter if you're rich, no matter if you have whatever religion you believe in, it doesn't matter who you are. We are all the same, and we all can do this, okay? Just change your perception, change your mind, understand the game, understand why we are here, what things happening. Why? Because they're meant to happen for us. They're meant to happen so we can evolve. We can understand the mission. And then you can teach others so they can understand their own missions and they can understand their own test so they can pass their own test and save themselves. Because like in a game, how many people really that are playing prefer to finish a mission by themselves rather than say, hey friend, pass this level for me please? It's about pride, right? Like if you don't finish the mission, you feel like you're not good enough. It's a challenge. So with the same perspective, think about life. You don't want your neighbor or your friend or your mom to come take your life and fix your life and do shit for you. You don't want somebody talking in your ear telling you how to do stuff, right? You want to live. You want to feel it. You want to experience things. You can take advices, but it's a challenge for you, right? So take what you need, take what you can use, and wake up, okay? Whoever is really ready to listen to this, I don't understand what I'm saying, will get it, okay? I'm not here for the likes. I'm not here for money. I'm not here for the fame or the status. I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm here because I wake up, I understood the mission, the goal, the assignment. And one of my assignments is to wake up people so that people can wake up and save themselves. I'm not here to fix nobody's life, okay? I'm here to guide somehow the people that is in need, that cannot wake up by themselves, that cannot see around and notice what is going on, okay? Because all this programming, all this bullshit behind the scenes have them thinking that we are victims, okay? Like I say, of the system, etc. We're not. We're not. We here, we agree to come here, just like the game. You buy the game and you want to play because you agree to buy that specific game and go through that game. What's your decision, right? Life is the same. We agree to come here. We agree to have these missions, but we came here asleep, right? Because that is one of the challenges, to wake up, remember, and then go through it and reach the goal. So we are all like all these people like me that have been broken and struggling with addictions and etc., 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 that now are recovered, healing, and understand these things. We are like the gurus, the guides for other people to reach the same goal that we all have, okay? That is evolved and help the humanity for the highest good of everybody, the planet and the people, not just for ourselves. Because one of the things that I also make me to share all this knowledge is because I am so grateful that I finally awake. I'm so grateful for all the lessons. I'm so grateful from all the wisdom, if you want to say it like that, name it like that. And it will be very selfish for me to keep it quiet, to keep it to myself, knowing that there is a lot of people out there struggling with depression, addictions, traumas, inner child traumas, abuse, etc., etc. It will be selfish not to share what I learned. So it's a way to say thank you, God. Thank you, God, because I am blessed. Thank you, God, because you opened my eyes. Thank you, God, because all these things that I know now help me to be not just a better person, but to understand things to the point that my struggles are not heavy like they were, okay? It's not like I don't suffer anymore. I don't get mad. Yes, I do, because I'm a human, but I'm still accepting the challenges, and I'm still trying to be more balanced, okay? Life hit me still, but the way I react, the way I take the negative and I become it in this positive person, more intelligent, that is my decision, right? And that is my blessing. And I'm so grateful for all this. So I don't want to be a selfish person and just become, with this wisdom and all this knowledge and just keep it to myself and then be rich and be happy and do this all things by myself and say, fuck the world. Why? No, we're here to help each other. We are here to pass our knowledge. We are here to help people so they can help themselves, okay? And they can gain the same knowledge that you have. It's not about getting the knowledge and getting the secrets and just keep it for yourself for your own good or your own success. That is selfish. It is selfish. And it's what the bad dudes don't want you to do. It's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know all these things because they want to keep us oppressed. They want to keep us feeling like we are their victims, so they can manipulate our minds, and we keep ourselves in a state of confusion and grief and feeling lost. So I am very grateful because I am not the only one out there that is sharing their own experiences, that is helping others, that is trying to awake people to know that we are the ones that are responsible for our own destiny, our own life, okay? We are the ones that are gonna save ourselves, okay? How? By understanding life is the only way, okay? Nobody's gonna come from the heaven and save you, okay? You have to save yourself. You believe in God, no matter your religion, but still know that you have to save yourself. You have to understand the game. You have to listen, to pay attention and open your eyes. Awake to the truth. And this is just a few experiences. I've been sharing a lot of stuff. I have a channel in Spanish on YouTube, and I've been trying to help others. My intention is just as plain, as simple as that, to help others, because I am blessed to know all these things. I have been blessed with the truth, and my gratitude is showing by helping others. My gratitude to my Father, to my Creator, is by showing others, by teaching others, guiding others, and sharing my experiences. That's my goal. That's my calling, and that is part of my purpose in this life. And God is been guiding me to do it, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm not doing this for status, for money, for likes. No, I'm doing this because out there, at least 1, 2, 3 people needs to know this. Okay, I know there is people that needs to know, to hear this, and that is the only purpose for me to do these videos, to share my experiences, to share my knowing, to share what I'm being feeling guided to share. So every time I make a video, like I say, is just for the only purpose to share, to help, to guide somebody else out there. Whoever is ready to listen, whoever is ready to understand, is gonna do it. And I'm not doing videos just because. I'm not uploading videos too often just because I want likes or I want whatever. No, I'm doing this because that's my calling, and whenever I feel guided to do it, I'm gonna just jump and do it my video. But my purpose is to help, okay? Whatever it comes from all this, I will be grateful with my Father for whatever positive outcome. But my purpose, my intention is to help others, because my life was not easy, and it was not easy on purpose. And the purpose was to learn. I had to go through all these things so people like me can hear me. You know what I'm saying? God teach me through the pain so I can teach others with knowledge, not just by the book, but with actual experiences. And there is a lot of people like me. There is a lot of light workers. And that's why too many people also don't like us, because people think and expect that only people that is rich or have a ranking or is in the church or politics can help you to get well, and thinking that because you have a past, because you was struggling with addictions or sex things like cheating or being promiscuous or whatever, you cannot turn your life around and be better and help others. That is wrong. We can do it, because it doesn't matter what your past is. It doesn't matter where you come from. What it matters is the knowledge, the wisdom that you acquire through your own experiences. So that's why God put us in these positions. And there is gonna come more and more people that have a past, that thank God wake up and went through all these experiences to help others, because it's the only way to really get to the people that need to listen through the experiences, not just by the book. Not just by the book, okay? It doesn't matter if you're an empath, if you have a degree, it doesn't matter. The best way you can get to the people is when you feel them. You feel them through the experiences, because you yourself know how it feels going through abuse, going through a loss, going through poverty, okay? So I am very grateful for all these people, because all these people have inspired me also to say fuck it. If I had to go public, if I had to talk about my secrets, my life, or my traumas, I had to do it, because it's the right thing to do, and that's why I'm doing it. So I feel like that is the message today. I hope everything makes sense, and I hope it helps somebody, 1 people, 10 people, I don't care. Whoever is ready to listen, whoever is can appreciate the truth, I am very grateful for that. And if I don't get likes, it's okay. I'm not here for the likes. I know people watch the videos, and I don't need them to give me likes, because it's not about that, okay? It's not about the views. It's just about helping someone plant the seed, and then that person can plant more seeds, can get inspired too, and make their own videos, and then my job will be done. That's all that I want. That's all my intention, and I do this with love and gratitude, because after feeling so ashamed and depressed, having to go through all these things that I went through, now I am so grateful, because I am the book myself. I am the book of the wisdom and knowledge myself. So all these things that I've been learning for 43 years is my book, okay? And my book, my experiences can help somebody else. God bless everybody. I really hope in my heart that somebody can get something good from this video. I love everybody. Bless you. Thank you for watching.